What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the very first episode of To the Window, the only online betting show where you'll find we're going to talk about sports without the nonsense and without the hot takes. We got a clear focus on understanding the market. We're not just chasing headlines today. And I want to take a second today to let you know as well that while the parlays are going to help the books, To the Window will always be against the parlays. So you can take the elevator and get there fast if you want to, but onto the window, we're taking the stairs. The grind is going to help you. So whether you're new to this or you've been doing it for years, we're here to do one thing, and that's to help you win some fucking money. So I'm your host, Chris. I'm an occasional sports bettor, and I usually bet with my gut, and it almost always lets me down. But the gentleman who's joining me today and every day on To the Window is one who's been doing this for a long time, who I consider to be an expert, and who's going to help all of you get better at going to the window and cashing those tickets. So to my friend Jemia, good afternoon, sir. How are you today?
What's up, guys? It is a great day. We are 6 days away from the Super Bowl, and I'm not an expert. I'm a DJ just like the rest of you. Someday I have some good months, some bad months, and I still do stupid shit and blow bets, but it's fun sometimes. And it's the last game of the year, so I'm gonna do way too many props and probably not good money management, but I'm going to preach to you to do as I say and not as I do. But here you're going to see everything I do. I've still got a normal job. I'm not telling you to put 500 bucks on an anytime touchdown score. We're working within reason. We're normal dudes. We go to work. We make money. We use our spare money to have some fun betting on sports. That's what this is all about, getting some tickets to the window and cashing them.
That's what's up. Good stuff, man. And God bless you for being at a casino on the week of the big game as well, because I'm so jealous of the energy that I'm sure is going to be piping throughout that place all week of people hopefully taking our advice and trying to get to that window and make some fucking money. So on that note, today's the first episode. We're setting the tone here, guys. It's going to be everything big game centric this week. We got a lot of other sports to talk about in the weeks and months ahead. But today we're going to break down what the market is telling us right now. We're going to dive into the differences between New England and Seattle. Jemiah's going to hit you with a ton of player props, maybe a couple screwball bets, some Hail Marys in there as well. And then we're going to wrap it up with the official ticket for the game starting Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. So on that note, our very first segment here. Hey, Jam, where's the money at, brother? What's Vegas saying? What's our number at? What are we doing? I know it's moved a lot, as you and I have been talking over the last week, but for our viewers and first-time listeners today, where are we at? How do we get here? Where do we think it's going?
The money, it would appear, is all over Seattle from the time the line opened at 3.5, went to 4, 4.5, 5. Um, and I can pull up the timestamp here too. January 25th, it's showing it open at Pinnacle at 4.5. Moved to 5. Every time it goes to 5, it gets moved back to 4. So there's big money. They're button heads, which is why the line's moving back and forth. And as of right now, I mean, the books don't care where the money is because they're going to get theirs. They're going to get the 50-50
Right.
split on the bet to side and total. Here's where the books are going to get their money. And this is a bet I have never made, I never will make, except amongst friends. Coin toss.
Really?
I'm going to break this down really quickly for you. The coin toss, if you and I had a coin and we flipped it 50 times, it's going to end up, for the most part, 50-50.
Sure.
If every time, let's say you got tails, every time it landed on tails, instead of paying you the quarter, I had to pay you 5 cents extra on the 30 cents, and we kept flipping it 50 times, you're going to come out ahead in the end, right?
Checks out.
That's the juice the book is charging you on a fucking coin toss. And some of the books have lowered it to minus 102, so you pay $102 to win 100. 105, 108, minus 110. It doesn't matter. Don't bet the coin toss. You're giving money away. Even if you win it, you're giving money away. Unless you're like this one couple I heard about in Vegas. She bet 20,000 on the coin toss. He bet 20,000 on the coin toss. They both went opposite sides, and then they got 20,000 comp points and got their money back.
Hmm.
If you can do that, Bet on the
Yeah,
coin toss. Other than that,
I don't
don't
think
do
most people
it.
are playing in that sandbox, but yeah, I feel you.
Exactly. Yeah, they're not in the sandbox with us with $20,000 on the coin toss. They've got first world problems.
Yeah, big facts. But yeah, you mentioned the number was at 5 right now on Seattle, and
Well, it's as of right now, it is -5 at Pinnacle, at Bet Online, and at Paradise Wager. So more money's come in on Seattle. It looks like, wow, it came in overnight. Or I'm not sorry. No, I went to 5 on the 29th. So a couple days ago, it's been at 5 for a couple of days. Paradise Wager is one of the books not a lot of people look at, but it's pretty sharp. Um, yeah, it's been at 5 at Pinnacle for a while as well. Looks like since we rehearsed last anyway. So
sure.
yeah, it's at 5 at three of the sharpest books I know, and one of the other sharp books is still at 4.5. So they're just waiting on, I guess, some more New England money, man.
Yeah, what's that number telling us? I mean, folks are going to be sitting here all week, itchy fingers, trying to figure out where to get in on things besides the coin toss. And you and I have talked about, and for everybody at home who hasn't heard this number, but I heard it from Jemia in our prep before this, like a 4 and a 5 is like a dead number. Like you're kind of in no man's land. There is at least my interpretation of it, right? So for everybody who's going to be looking at the information between now and kickoff on Sunday, what do we expect to see the market do, to your point? Like, I would imagine money will come in on New England to get that number back down. I can't see a big push probably for Seattle at this point to get it up to 6.5. Like, where do you think it's going? And at what point do people just go, this is what it is, and they operate off of the dead number that we may have?
This is where it's gonna stay. It
Really?
at the other books that are 4.5, they might get to 5, but with the books I'm looking at that are 5, and it's plus money on the 5, so you can get Seattle at -5 plus 102. Of course, we don't have access to Pinnacle in the United States, but I can use my handy dandy odd screen and see that it's plus money on Pinnacle. Um, I, I, this is really fucking with me, man. This 5, I don't know. I don't
You don't
know
like
what
it?
to do. Not for Seattle. No, I don't like it at all.
I understand.
It is, but that being said, it is screaming for people to bet New England. And for this, I think people are gonna be betting New England because people want to see those plus money tickets.
Sure.
And I think they want to see, you can get New England at plus 190 right now. So $100 brings you back $290 in profit. A lot of people are gonna look at that
Yeah.
and go for it. I'm not one of them though.
Well, we will talk more about exactly what we're going to do here at the end of the program. But I do think for now you've done a really good job of kind of letting us know kind of where we're at, and I think that to your point, it sounds like we're probably like maybe it goes down to 4.5 at some point. To your point, because money starts to come in on New England, but I'm kind of with you. I think that 4.5, like maybe a late surge pending an injury. We'll talk more about that later. But like barring something catastrophic, I think that 4.5 to 5.5 range, 5.5 at the maximum, I think is as high as it's going to go.
And also, I need to throw this in there too. If I'm looking at my dates right, second, first, 30th, that's first. So the line moved to 5 when Drake made it in practice. Last week he was
Gotcha.
he was limited he was limited in practice on Wednesday and Thursday, and he did not practice on Saturday. So that 4.5 that's why it moved, because it moved on the 29th at Pinnacle. So it moved from 4.5 to 5 on the 29th, and that was when he was held.
He was
I don't know,
actually on the field.
or what it,
So,
well, yeah, added to the injury report, limited in practice, whatever the fuck that means. And
sure.
then Friday he didn't practice at all, which the kid's not going to practice anyway. He's played 38 games in 2 years. He might be a little banged up. He might be a little tired. So he doesn't need practice.
Right. Clear. Good stuff, my man. Well, let's keep it moving now to the next segment, which is our deep dive into the big game itself. We've had so many conversations about both sides of the ball for both teams, just you and I. Everybody else is hearing the same thing from the talking heads that you and I are hearing. But of course, we also have to admit a little bit on this program. We will always admit it to the window when there's a little bit of bias going on. And even though Jemia's from Cleveland, I'm a born and raised ATLian. I know we were both united in our hatred for everything New England Patriots. So, with all due
Gotta hate
respect,
that
Drake
place.
May, Vrabel, Stephon Diggs, everybody there, nice individual players. That uniform, I absolutely despise it with the fire of 1,000 suns. So
Yeah.
I need to be transparent in that because I know who I want to win, and then I know where my brain says the winner may be, and they may not always be the same thing. So we have to throw that out there because we will always be coming from a lens of not being fans of the New England Patriots. But on that note, damn, they had a really good year. And their schedule might have been looking a certain kind of way. CJ Stroud's had 2 interceptions since we started this podcast today. How are we feeling about New England in general right now? If we're doing a quick overview of both sides of the ball, what are your takeaways on that team? Because they did have to play the games and win to get here.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they New England did their job. Their job was to you beat who's in front of you. Their schedule is historically weak. That's fine, whatever. Use whatever you want. The guys won 14 games, man. And it's the NFL. These are grown men, world class athletes. 1% of the 1%, and they beat who they were supposed to beat. So you
Yeah.
can't fault them for that. I uh, I will say this: offensively, I feel like you have to give the edge to the Patriots
Okay.
just based on Drake May's athletic ability, his ability to throw the deep ball. They're, I'm not going to say old school, but Mike Vrabel is very Bill Belichick esque. Even though he's not calling the plays, guess who's calling the plays? It's Josh McDaniels, and he's been here 17 times. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah, I got to give the offensive edge there, but to even that out is JSN, and hopefully we get good Sam. And if we get good Sam, that'll even things out on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, the Seahawks better scoring defense, better pass rush. They give up big plays, but they also went against Matthew Stafford twice, Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy in that offense twice.
Right.
Um, the defense stepped up against lower opponents when they, namely for me when they traveled to Carolina and did what they did, like that. That was that, and the Rams give up, 30 points to Bryce Young. And the Seahawks hold them to, I think it was 10 or something minuscule. So I just think defensively, they definitely have the edge. New England can give up some points. We saw when the Falcons played New England. They
Right.
put up, they, I, 27, 20, they put up 27 or 24 or 30 and went to overtime. And of
Yeah.
course, we blew it. But and situationally, just overall coaching, I feel like that Seahawk unit, mainly on the defensive and special team side of the ball, is, I'm not going to say more disciplined, but I feel like they are put together, if that makes any sense. Ready, buttoned up, tightened up. They're ready for any situation thrown at them. They're not going to freak out.
Sure.
A la the Rams game twice, where they were down, they came back.
Yeah. That's fair.
Granted on a weird ass 2 point conversion play, but they still won the game. So
All that matters. Make the plays. Yeah.
what we got next? Sorry, you there?
Yeah. No, I'm here.
Okay.
Revisiting our notes on Seattle's offense because you kind of alluded a little bit in our prep. We talked a bit about. We think one of the main factors that is really going to lead us towards a particular outcome on Sunday evening, good Sam versus bad Sam. And you hate to say like Drake May is definitely not a foregone conclusion as a rookie playing in his first Super Bowl. Of course, I mean 23-year-old, 38 games in 2 years, whatever it is. But that good Sam, bad Sam thing. And again, the first ever starting quarterback from the University of Southern California to start a Super Bowl, that's back in his own or in his old stadium. As we've talked about many times, that Seattle offense has weapons, man. Yeah, they've got some injuries with Charbonnet being out, but good Sam or bad Sam, which one do you really think we're going to see on Sunday?
I think Sam Darnold is going to come out and light this New England defense up. And even just looking at studying my notes yesterday during the daytime and this morning before we met, which we'll get to later with game picks and everything, like it's got me leaning a certain way on a derivative market that I think this offense has something dialed up that New England hadn't seen before, and I think it's going to be a punch in the mouth, but I don't know if it's going to come early.
Okay.
I don't,
Yeah,
I don't, I don't,
I
yeah,
dig that.
I don't like, I feel like as in most Super Bowls, I feel like the first, second quarter is going to be a feeling out phase to see how they line up, what they're going to do, because New England's defense, sorry, is good. It
Yeah.
is. It's really good. That being said, you give me 15, 20 minutes, a quarter and a half to see what you're going to do, I can adjust accordingly. And that goes along with my idea of them without Charbonnet. They're not just going to come out and just hand the ball off to Kenneth Walker, hand the ball off to Kenneth Walker, hand the ball off to
Right.
Kenneth Walker, because they got to think you need him the whole game.
Sure.
Because
That's
George
fair.
Halani behind him has zero experience. We have no idea what this guy is capable of. He's on the team for a reason, clearly, but he's no Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
But with that, and anytime you have a player like Jackson Smith and Jigba, it's open. And even with bad Sam, put it like this: I feel we've seen bad Drake May against the defense he's played. Weapon for weapon that each quarterback has, I would honestly
I
rather
don't even,
have
I don't even
Sam.
think it's close. I don't even think it's
Yeah,
close either. Like, even with Charbonnet out, I still think Seattle's got multiple, like, I think New England has guys that are capable of being home run hitters. I think that for Sam, it's a who's going to be that guy who's open on this play, and they can go 50 or 60.
it almost feels as though in order to make a big play, Drake May has to look for a specific receiver.
Yep.
And for Sam Darnold, it doesn't matter. It's what play is called. I feel like Sam Darnold will throw it to anybody. That can be great and bad.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
I really feel like it just depends on the play call and who, as long as the people are in the right spot and run the right routes, he's going to find them. And it doesn't matter for Drake. I feel like it's got to be Stephon Diggs or Keyshawn Booty. Like he's got to find them, or Hunter Henry as a safety blanket. But as far as the big plays go,
Yeah.
you double Diggs. Booty doesn't need to be doubled. I mean, those are weapons taken away, in my opinion, with that Seattle defense.
Fair.
Again, who faced the Rams twice, 49ers, even though they weren't healthy. Like they've had to face some receivers. So it's one of those things. I trust Seattle if they end up down. I trust Seattle more than I trust New England being down in the game.
That's a
Shit,
great
I don't
point.
even remember the last time New England was down in a game.
Have they even been down any? I mean, short of like a 3-0. I mean, obviously, I'm being
Yeah,
facetious.
no, but
I don't
they
know.
haven't had to make a comeback. No, because they lost the Buffalo game. They were up 21-0 on Buffalo, and Buffalo came back and won.
Well, damn.
That, yep.
There's your mic
And
drop moment.
yeah, no, and I know that I know certain people who do power ratings that have Seattle power rated very high above New England, and that's why that line from 3.5 just got smoked as soon as it came out. It's if it gets back to 3.5, that's so much public New England money that I'm gonna.
The only way it gets to 3.5 is if Kenneth Walker or JSN end up not playing. Like that's the only, and even then, like if we're sitting here at 5 right now, are they a 1.5 difference to get that number back down? Like I don't know, man. I really, really don't. So
JSN's worth 1.5.
yeah,
Kenneth Walker not.
yeah.
Maybe
Well,
JSN maybe just a point. Like
yeah, true.
it's
Well, we were showing a lot of love to an awful lot of players today as we get prepared for the big game on Sunday. So I want to move us into our next segment, Jam, and that's we're going to the prop shop, brother.
yeah,
So
let's do it.
I know in all of our talking, our homework and texting and chatting and everything leading up to this, one of the things I said to you, because I know for the audience to know when we first started talking about the game right after AFC and NFC Championship Day, Jam went ahead and started making a couple prop bets just to see how those numbers were going to move. He's going to ride with those, even though we may not talk about them here today. We'll try to share those in the comments going forward for you guys. But Jam, what are the man? If you can give me 5 props that you love today, Monday afternoon, Super Bowl week. We know these numbers are going to move, but if you're looking at 5 props that you love today, brother, what's moving the needle for you?
All right. Number one on the list is going to be Jason Myers, the Seattle kicker, over 1.5 field goals. I grabbed it early, really early. I grabbed all these are going to be overs, by the way. And I took
Okay.
all the overs early because most of them are getting moved. Some of them haven't moved at all, which is kind of scary actually. But Seattle's field goal kicker, Jason Myers, over 1.5 field goals is my favorite out of all of them.
He may hit that in the first quarter.
He first half.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no matter like it's if you're not scared of a little juice, it's worth the squeeze. I got it at I think minus 160. One book has it at minus 182. It's probably minus 210 right now. Super dumb juicy, not necessarily a good bet, but one that who gives a shit if it's a good bet or a bad bet. If it cashes, it's a good fucking bet.
Cashes, it's a good bet. Amen.
Yep.
What else you got?
Just going on game theory with the idea of Seattle being favored by the 4.5, 5, whatever it is. I'm taking Mr. Drake May over 30.5 pass attempts. Just game script. They're going to be playing from behind. Ramondre, he's a good back. He's not a breakaway back. Travion Henderson is another prop I'm taking. He's not in the top 5, but I grabbed his over 17.5 rushing yards that I really like because one, he's explosive. He's gonna get 5 carries, 5 to 8 carries. He's good to he can break this on one run. So I like that one as well. The other one I really like is a Super Bowl MVP who I feel like is really getting disrespected, and I think the line's already moved. Again, I grabbed this really early, but I've got Cooper Kupp over 2.5 receptions.
Yeah,
super juice now, and it's gone from 2.5 to 3.5 at plus money. I think at plus money it's worth a look.
What did we talk about in the homework we were doing before we were taping this? We said big fans of wide receiver 3. Like, I'm going to put that on a t-shirt so the audience knows how we feel about it. JSN's going to have people on him. The guy from New Orleans, whose name is escaping me right now, he's going to be covered. Shaheed, the one who's deep ball threat. Like,
big guy. Yep.
There's going to be so many options there, but I feel like Cooper Kupp's got like 3rd and goal from the 8, touchdown to win the game kind of thing. Like, I think that he's got that written all over him. The other guys haven't been there before. He's won it and done the damn thing. I love that bet. I love everything about that bet.
And you know what? How about this? Let's say if you bet to win $25 on Cooper Kupp over 2.5. Hell, take him over 3.5 catches. Take another $5 or $10, put it on Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp anytime touchdown.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp anytime touchdown is definitely worth a look. And the other one that's a long shot, sketchy, sleazy prop is Rashid Shaheed anytime touchdown.
Yeah.
And I think that's almost 3.5 or 4 to 1, which is worth a look. But anyway, sorry, I got off track. Number 3 out of the top 5 that I like was going to be the security blanket for Mr. Drake, Hunter Henry, over 3.5 catches.
Yep, double H.
That's where Seattle is vulnerable. They're not weak in that spot by any means, but they're vulnerable. And I think if the pressure they're going to put on Drake May, he's going to have to drop it down his security blanket, and that's going to be Mr. Hunter Henry. And let's see, number 4. Oh, Sam Darnold over 228.5 passing yards. I just don't think that Kenneth Walker alone is enough to run the ball 30 times a game.
Go
ahead.
No, I was just going to say for the audience, the one thing that we kept talking about before this, and you mentioned it earlier, is super tight first half. I think the second half is just going to be it's going to be like essentially a couple of gunslingers out there just throwing that sucker all over the place. And again, for the reasons you mentioned earlier, Sam Darnold having multiple home run hitters, knowing Drake May's only got his two. Seattle can double team them both if they need to, and they've got the pass rush to still get after him. I mean, Sam Darnold's number could be like 265, and I might still consider it. Thankfully, it's not. But I mean, I think he's going to ball.
Yeah, and well, let me see if I can find it real quick while we're here. You can, you can ladder that thing. Nope, they don't have it out yet. If they, when they, for those of you who know what this is, you can ladder yardage bets, and right now Sam is at over 228 and a half. Yeah, 228 and a half. And what you can do is there'll be a derivative market from Sunday that'll say Sam Darnold to go for 200 plus, then 210,
Right.
I'm sorry, then 220, 240, 260. And then you get into the plus odds. And as he hits each one, you lower your unit size, but it's plus money. And that'd be a great way to make some money. I think that's thank you for talking me into that. I'm doing that on Sunday. We're
Well,
gonna ladder.
if you lose, we never had this conversation. If you win, I'm taking all the credit in the next episode. So
hey, if I lose, see you in September at the start of next season. I'm gonna lose it again. It doesn't.
there we go.
We're gonna have some fun with this one. The other one, JSN over 91 and a half yards. No, right. I'm betting it. I already bet it. I'm 91 and a half is not enough. He got that in the first half last game. Like whatever.
Yeah.
And I took his over 6.5 catches too. Just not thinking about it. The kid's gonna ball out.
Yeah.
Point blank period. And I think was that 5?
I can't count to 5, but 5 sounds a lot like 5. So we're going to go with it. And if we don't know how to count, I'm sure our lovely new friends on the internet will make sure to let us know. So we can certainly revisit it in the future. Forgive us, audience. This is our first time doing it. So any other sexy, sleazy, home run hitting, like we were trying to find the right term before this, but any other stuff out of left field? We've already professed our undying love for the man that is Cooper Kupp.
Yes.
Any other props that you look at that make your that kind of make the hairs on your arm stand up a little bit?
I grabbed these after we talked a couple days ago. I found the game first quarter under, and these are my under bets, and I put these two in, but I'm not putting the others. There are two more under props that I like for the first quarter. But I found the first quarter under 9.5.
Yeah.
Total points between both teams at minus 128
Yeah.
on Profit X. And then I took the first half under 22.5. Again, thinking they're going to come out slow. They're going to come out.
What a number, though. I mean, because you could easily, like 13-10 could still happen. I mean, obviously anything can happen, right? But that's such a polarizing.
Yeah, no, I wish I could have got it at 23 or 23.5. I couldn't.
Yeah.
But I just feel like this has got 10-7 written all over it.
And then the wheels come off
for that first half, and then it goes nuts. And the over under for the second half, guess what that is? 22.5. So
okay.
So you can bet the over. Let me make sure while I'm here. Let me look. First half. Well, looks like I'm full of shit. Let me see if I can find it. Nope, can't find it. Anyway, it's at one of the books that we can't get in the state of Georgia. I think it's DraftKings or FanDuel, but you can get the second half over 22.5, which that's a great one too. But the other two props I like in the first quarter is both quarterbacks first quarter yardage under for each one. And I don't have it here on the book that I don't have access to, but I think on either DraftKings or FanDuel, you can take Drake's first quarter passing yards at 46.5.
Wow. Okay.
I love that. I love that under. And then Sam Darnold's first quarter yards, I think it was 51 or 52.5. And I like that under as well. I just think New England's going to come out and in a very Bill Belichickian way, take away JSN as much as they can for the first quarter. That's about as much as you're going to be able to hold that kid. because then Seattle's going to move around and put him in the backfield, move him around, and they're gonna get him involved. Point blank. Period. So
Clear. Good stuff, man. Well, it
yeah,
sounds
man.
like you've painted a picture for us of, wow, the first half is going to be kind of a wet dog fart of a football game, and
Yeah,
it
dog
sounds like
fart.
I'm gonna be on the grill. I'm gonna have a couple beverages with my wife. I'm gonna put my kid to sleep, and then Bad Bunny is gonna come on, and then once Bad Bunny is done, it's gonna pop off. That is really the picture that we painted. And Cooper
Yeah,
Cup has a lovely part to play in this journey. I hope he knows that. I hope he keep him healthy, keep him in bubble wrap this week because I need my wide receiver 3 on Sunday. But looking at everything we've talked about now and this wonderful journey over the last few minutes to jam through it all, the game itself, the official ticket that's going to the window. If you're going to that window behind you right now, who are you betting with the points? Who are you betting to win? How do we feel on team totals? What is going on that ticket to the window if you had to do it right now?
oof. Team totals. You threw me a loop there.
Yeah, let's go.
In a good way. In a good
You got
way.
me
I
all
like.
excited, hot and bothered.
Oh yeah, and see now they've got the derivative markets on team totals. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll start with team totals because you just threw that one at me and I don't like it. So they've got Seattle's team total at 24.5. New England's total, I can get it at 19.5, over at minus 135, or 20.5 at even money.
Interesting.
And like I was saying earlier, doing the research that I've been doing, watching those two games the Seahawks had against the Rams, don't have it right in front of me, but I'm pretty sure they had a game with the 49ers that went a little high. I love Seattle's team total over
Yeah.
24.5, but I also love, no, I don't. I'm full of shit. No, I don't like any first half team totals. I just like Seattle's gun to my head. I'm not betting it, but Seattle's team
There we
total
go.
over 24.5. I like it. I also like the game total over the 45.5, and it's ticked down, man. It's wild. It's at 45, and
I
it
think
opened up at 46.5.
that's what I thought it was. Okay.
It was
Clear.
it was 46.5. Now it's at 45, even juice to the over. Oh wow. 85% of the tickets and 75% of the money are on the under.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the over 45 all day. Give me
Sure.
the over 45 all day.
Come on,
And
good Sam. Let's
and
go.
then yeah, good Sam shows up and we're gonna be sitting pretty. And even if bad Sam shows up, we're gonna be in a shootout, which
Yeah.
is good for the over.
There we go.
So with that being said, here's how I'm betting this game. I'm taking Seattle on the money line.
Okay.
I've got a lot of books, a lot of outs that I can use, and the best line I found was Seattle minus 215. I think I might be able to come game day. There's going to be a ton of money coming in on New England at nearly 2-1, at plus 190, plus 200. When that money comes in, I'm going to wait until right before kickoff. When that money comes in, I'm going to wait and fingers crossed, hope that that money line goes back down to closer to minus 200, maybe a little below that. That being said, I'm taking New England with the points too.
Okay.
I think this comes down to a Jason Myers field goal. Seattle wins this game 27-24.
Puts us over the over, gets us over the Seattle team total, gets us over the New England team total actually as well. If
Mm-hmm.
that number's accurate.
Everything over. And all these props I'm betting over, everything's going over. You know why? Because it's the same thing.
No further questions, Your Honor. Jesus.
No, I'm
Well,
kidding. I've been staring at this line for going on a week and a half now, and it's just play the fucking game already. This 2 week thing is crazy to me.
you don't want to watch the Pro Bowl tomorrow? I'm kidding.
When is that?
Who gives a shit is the right answer.
Well, I'm going to bet the over. What are you talking about?
It is Tuesday, and that's not the note I wanted to end this on. So we Chris really doesn't
Again,
recommend betting on the Pro Bowl, but if you want to, Jam, give him a freebie for the road, and then we'll wrap it up.
for the Pro Bowl, just bet the over.
Numbers at
Or you know what?
184.3.
Are they really?
I don't know. I'm making shit up now because,
Oh no, no. Now I'm looking for the Pro Bowl on fucking shitty Bovada, and I don't think I'll be able to.
ladies and gentlemen, please don't bet on All-Star games, and they should
Yeah,
call
yeah,
it an
yeah, yeah.
All-Star
Don't
game.
listen to me. Don't.
That's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wonderful.
Don't
Don't
listen to
Don't
me
do
on
this.
this. Don't. Yeah,
Don't let
this is
Chris
bad.
talk Jemia into some dumb shit just because he's excited because he's at the
You should have
casino
never
and he's
said
betting
Pro
the Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
Don't say Pro Bowl around me.
All right, fine, fair enough. Well, we got baseball season coming up to get ready for too, champ. But
Oh yeah, and the madness, and the WNBA, and the
and the
Masters,
Masters
and
and everything else. Y'all, for everybody who's joined us today, I want to take a second to, as Jemia said, we got a lot of stuff to talk about this summer. We got a World Cup coming on. Winter Olympics, like probably not realistically, maybe hockey, but like we're going to be here for everything. We're going to be sharing content with you guys every week. It's Jemia's and I commitment to come to you every week with where we think some bets should go, where we think your money shouldn't go. And again, the whole intention of doing this is we're going to take the stairs on the way to greatness. You guys want to catch the elevator? Hey, man, go for it. That's not what we're doing here. So, want to wrap up the very first episode of To the Window. Again, this is Chris. This is Jemia. I want to take a second to say thank you to all of you guys. Follow us across all social platforms. Ian, you have any other parting words of wisdom for the audience before we let them go?
yeah, guys, stop trying to hit home runs betting. We're gonna be doing a lot of shows like this, man, and the home run thing, just stop, man. You're not gonna take $50 and turn it into 5,000. Like that's one in a million. It doesn't happen. There are a couple cats you can follow on Twitter that do it. They do 6 leg parlays and they hit, and sometimes they don't. I've seen them go an entire Sunday without winning a bet, which will ruin your bankroll. Don't do it. Just stick with us. Sometimes we're gonna do some dumb shit, like bet on a Pro Bowl. I'm not gonna do it. I can't
Not
find
doing
it
it.
yet. I'm not doing it.
Standing on business on that one.
But yeah, I have degen tendencies. Every one of us does. It's a human condition, and we want to gamble. That being said, stick with us. We're not taking the elevator. We're going to take the stairs one by one, begrudgingly, slowly, at the best odds we can find. And in the long run, you hit 52.5%. We're making some money, or better than 52.5%. But before we go, I just want to show this off. I bet. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, that's Georgia to win the SEC title. Sometimes I know things. And of all, the Jags to win their division.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go ahead and take these to the
Duval.
yeah, Duval. I'm gonna go ahead and take these to the window and bet on some college basketball tonight. You guys take care. Thank you.
All right, y'all. We appreciate you. We'll catch you next week.
No one bad.